Hello, I'm George McCRANIE. I'm an attorney in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia, and that's where we have our offices. I have been doing criminal defense work now for about 22 years, but I've got an important announcement. I want to announce that we are opening a brand new practice area. We are now going to handle personal injury cases. That means if you've been involved in a vehicle accident, if you have a friend or family member that's been killed in an accident like that, that's not their fault. If you got a workers' comp injury, anything like that, injured on the job, we're going to start helping people with those cases as well. And let me tell you why. Now, we've helped thousands of people all over Georgia, okay? We've been hearing horror stories, quite frankly, from good people that have been treated unfairly. And this has happened after terrible accidents that they've been involved in that wasn't their fault. Now, these things have happened. We've heard about them at work. We've heard about them in vehicles. And they're just terrible things. And let me tell you, the straw that broke the camel's back is I had a nice man come into the office. He'd been injured. And I went up and I was talking with him. He had worked all his life, been a good father, family man, a good husband, but he was in with a friend of his, had been in an accident, and he was hurt pretty badly, and he had some significant injuries, and he was actually a passenger in a vehicle that was hit by a semi-truck, and he had 8 surgeries in 22 months. Now, his medical bills, as you can imagine, were just tremendous. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical bills. And my practice has always been, in criminal cases, it's the same advice, and I'm going to give you this advice now. Don't give a statement to the at-fault driver's insurance company. Don't talk to them. And it's the same thing in a criminal case. I've always advised people, don't talk to law enforcement if they're questioning you about a crime. But in this type of situation, my advice is not to give statements to the at-fault driver's insurance company because it'll come back and bite you. And let me tell you what happened to him. The semi-truck insurance company called him, and he was telling them about his medical problems, about the surgeries he's having, about his getting bills, that were coming in. And they told him, basically his medical bills would be handled whenever he finished treating for this accident, when he had healed. All right, well, they would call him every now and then, and they would talk to him. They'd talk about the football game on Saturday. They'd talk about how he liked to fish, and they would talk about going fishing and this kind of thing. They asked him about his family and talked with him about his family, treated him just like a friend, okay? And all the while, they were putting him off about his medical bills. Well, the statute of limitations, and that's how long you have to bring suit for injuries in an accident case in Georgia, is 2 years. Okay, now there's 4 years statute for property damage, but it's 2 years if you've been injured in an accident. Now, in his case, he had his last surgery and he was recovering, all right, when the 2 years passed. 2 years past the date of the accident passed. He called the semi-truck insurance company and basically said, I think I'm over all this. I've had all my surgeries. Now I need to talk with y'all about the medical bills. And the man told me they actually laughed at him. They laughed at him because the 2-year statute of limitations had run. He had not filed suit, and they were completely off the hook. That's terrible. It really is. That is terrible. This man, a good family man, now he's responsible for all these medical bills. It wasn't his fault. And it's going to be a horrible situation for his family for years to come. Thankfully, he's better now. He can go back to work if he wants to. But it's a terrible situation. He was taken advantage of because he didn't have the information that he needed, okay, in order to know what to do and how to handle these things. And like I say, my advice when you're in an accident that's not your fault is to don't give statements to the insurance company, because if you give a statement to the insurance company, it can be used against you, okay? So his case is why we're now representing people that have been injured in car accidents, vehicle accidents, semi accidents, especially motorcycle accidents, because I used to ride motorcycles, and if my wife would let me, I might start back riding. But we want to try to help people because, like he was a good person that was taken advantage of by an insurance company. And I don't want to hear this happening again. I mean, I really don't. And we want to be able to give you the information that you need to be able to protect yourself and your family in this type of situation. So that's why I wrote a new book after this happened, and it really frustrated me. But I wrote a new book, and the book is called After the Crash. All right. Now, this book gives you good information, and it gives you information that you need to know if you've been injured in an accident in Georgia. Now, I've asked the publishers to set aside some copies. So if you'd like, if you've been in an accident or you have a friend or family member that has been, you'd like some good information about that, everything you need to know in Georgia, and gives you great information about this, just give us a call, 833-927-6227, and I'll be glad to send you a copy of this book absolutely free. Okay, it's got information that you need to know if you've been hurt and injured in an accident here in Georgia. And like I say, whether it's you've been hit by a vehicle or it's a motorcycle accident, someone's pulled out in front of you and caused the accident, but if you're not at fault and you've been injured, give us a call. We'll try to help you get the answers that you need. We'll try to help you get the information that you need so you won't be taken advantage of. You can also go on our website at McCRANIELawFirm.com and fill out the form there. We'll send it to you absolutely free. But this is why we're now doing personal injury cases here at the McCRANIE Law Firm. If you've got any questions, feel free to call us, 833-927-6227. And if you'd like a free copy of that book, give us a call or go online to McCRANIE Law Firm, and we'll be glad to get it to you. And we want to help you get the answers to your questions about this thing, because I don't want to see another person be taken advantage of like this gentleman was. Okay? Thank y'all. I'm George McCRANIE, personal injury attorney, DUI and criminal offense attorney with offices in Valdosta and Douglas, Georgia. And if you've got any questions about a personal injury case, feel free to give us a call. We're glad to help you get the answers you need. Thank you very much.